up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's Ray, and this video is going to be about the Adwoa Beauty products. You guys told me that's what you wanted to see next, so I thought that I would bring it to you. I do want to say that I did not get a shampoo with this line, so I had to use my own shampoo. So to shampoo my hair, I used the Texture ID Clarifying Shampoo, and then I followed that up with the Texture ID 3x Moisture Conditioner to detangle my hair. And after I did that, I went in with the Baomint Deep Conditioning Treatment. It looks like this. This is 16 fluid ounces. See if you can see that. It is a very creamy consistency deep conditioner. I liked it. It went into my hair fabulously. I mean, it had some slip to it and it just melted into my strands, so that was great. This particular deep conditioning treatment has baobab, winter mint, and spearmint oils in it. I will say that it does say that it melts your tangles away while invigorating your scalp with baobab, spearmint, and winter mint oils. That is true. The biotin extract and cactus seed oil will promote hair growth, while aloe vera deeply moisturizes your strands from the inside out. For best results, apply this treatment weekly. So it says to section your hair, focus the product on the ends of your hair, sit with the plastic cap for up to 30 minutes, rinse out and style. So I did put this on my hair. I sat with it on my hair for about 40-45 minutes. I rinsed it out, and now I am getting ready to style. This particular treatment, you can feel the mint on your strands and in your scalp, so it is very invigorating. You can smell it. It isn't the same kind of smell as you get with the melanin. It's not that strong of a smell. It's more of a mint mixed with something else, but I liked this deep conditioner. I felt like my hair was soft when I was rinsing it out. Now my hair didn't feel buttery soft like I get with some moisturizing deep conditioners, and your hair just feels buttery soft and everything, but it did feel very hydrated. My hair did feel hydrated with this, and it felt somewhat strengthened with this. So it was a nice mixture of the two. So I enjoyed this, so I put that in my hair. Once I rinsed it out, I went in with the Baomint Leave-In Conditioning Styler, and as you see, it says Leave-In Conditioning Styler. So on the bottle, it does say that you can use this alone for a wash and go. I'm not going to try that. When I was putting it in my hair in the shower, I didn't feel like it had enough hold for me alone for a wash and go, so I'm not going to do that, but it does say that you can do it. It also has the baobab wintergreen and spearmint and peppermint oils in it as well. Now this does say that you apply this on wet hair after rinsing out the deep conditioning treatment. So that is what I did. I raked it through my hair like it says until it dissolves, and I did do that. It did melt into my strands. It did dissolve into my strands. It says depending on your desired look, you can follow up with the curl defining cream or the moisturizing curl defining gel. I will be following up with the curl defining gel because that is what I have. And then it does say that you may use this alone for a wash and go. I'm not going to do that. So this is already in my hair. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. So I'm going to follow up with the gel. I'm going to apply this to my hair. It also has the same baobab, wintergreen, spearmint, and peppermint oils in it. But this does say, make sure your hair remains sopping wet throughout the styling process by using a spray bottle filled with water. Apply the Baomint Moisturizing Defining Gel in small sections for kinkier hair textures. Basically, it's saying use small sections for kinkier hair, and if you want defined curls, and it says you can use larger sections for hair that's a looser curl pattern. So it says spread it evenly with your fingers, allow your hair to air dry, diffuse, or sit under a dryer. It says this product can also be used for twist outs, braid outs, roller sets. one tip is do not use on damp or dry hair. Do not mix with the curl defining cream, as this may cause the gel to lose its hold. So sometimes we will put a leave-in in, then a cream, and then a gel. It says not to use the curl defining cream with this, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go in straight with the leave-in, and now I'm going to go straight in with this gel. You guys are probably wondering, why does she have this on? I had this little cape. I bought it a long time ago and just have never used it, and I thought to myself, you know what, since I gotta have sopping wet hair and I'm gonna be spraying my hair, I might as well put this cape on to try to keep somewhat dry. But it's probably ideal to do this in the shower, so you can keep your hair wet, but I'm just gonna do what the jar says, and it says to have a spray bottle and have your hair sopping wet. So here is the consistency of the gel. It's very much jiggly like, somewhat thick but jiggly, so it has the same smell. It smells somewhat like Elmer's glue, just a tad bit. So I'm going to start in the back. I'm going to try to work fast again, because this is one of those ones you have to keep your hair sopping wet and all of that. So this is what my hair looks like right now with just the leave-in in it. And I'm going to try to take small sections. And I have my towel here. And I'm gonna add water because it says sopping wet. So, and this is warm water in my bottle. Okay, so you guys see that dripping? Okay. So let's see. Take just a little bit and apply it to my roots and work it down. Okay, so the feel of it to me is somewhat, the softness that I had with the leave-in is somewhat leaving with this. Re-wet each section as you work through your hair to spread the product evenly with your fingers. So I'm going to add some more water, see if that helps. Get through. I don't know how much to add. It doesn't say to use sparingly or use generously. So I don't know if you should use a little bit more or a little bit less. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I just don't want it to flake. This has that consistency that's very soft, and when the water gets to it, it becomes very flingy around. Reminds me very much of the Unicurl. The Unicurl to me was probably a little bit thinner, but it reminds me of that when it hits my hair. And y'all know how I felt about that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to see how it works if I rub it in my hands and then apply it. And see if I feel like that works better. Just try to keep my hair wet. It is flopping places, but I'm trying to be very careful with it. It looks like it's going to give that very PC type curls, you know, individual like curls, sort of like it's not clumping. It's not clumping my hair together like some thicker gels do. So you see what I'm doing. I'm just going to do this all around my hair. I'm going to play some music for you all and you can just watch. I'll be back when I'm done. Okay guys, real quick, I am done with this side, and as you can see, I did add water to it. I don't feel like the custard is adhering to my hair very well when I add the water to it, so I think I'm going to do this side without adding any water to see if I get a different look. So this side is just going to have the leave-in and the gel right on top of the leave-in. And we're going to see which one defines the most, because she said to keep adding water, but to me it just doesn't seem like that's working as well to me. I feel like this is what my hair looks like with just the leave-in, and I feel like this is softer. My curls are more clumped with just the leave-in than it is with the gel. So that's probably why she said some people can use the leave-in for wash and go alone. I don't think that it will last long on me doing that, but I do feel like the leave-in clumped my hair more than the gel is doing. So I'm going to try to, because my hair is pretty wet already, so I'm going to try to apply it on this side without the water pretty quickly so my hair doesn't dry out, and see how that works. bottle to my hair. Get my hair out of here. That is how much I used. I can't really tell if it's a lot or not. I will say that it felt better applying it over here without adding the extra water. I feel like my curls clumped just a little bit more on this side than on this side, and it seems like it's a little bit more elongated. Now I know some of this elongation is because this has started to dry and I just got done applying this, but even just, well, this side of my hair usually tends to be a little bit longer than this side, and this side shrinks up more anyway. So we'll see. I'll just say that applying it felt better on this side without adding the water, but we don't know how it's going to look until it dries. So this is one side, this is the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sit under my hooded dryer, and I will be back when it's dry to give you my final thoughts on the products. Okay guys, I am back, and this is my hair after using the Adwoa products, after using Adwoa Beauty. So let me tell you my thoughts. So again, I did not have the shampoo to use, so I had to use my own shampoo and rinse out conditioner. And then I went in with the Baomint deep conditioning treatment, and this particular treatment, I did like it. Now mine is somewhat thin. I mean, it will pour out. You see the consistency of that? That's what mine looks like. I know that I looked at some reviews online, and some other people's deep conditioner was a little bit different consistency than this. There's a lot of natural a lot of natural ingredients in it, so that could have something to do with it. It also could have something to do with the time of year it is and so forth. But that is the consistency of mine. It was thick but very much creamy. If you saw that, it was very much of a cream consistency, but it feels so good and so smooth that it smoothed right into my hair. It had a lot of slip and I enjoyed it. There was that minty feeling that you got on your scalp and your hair, and wherever it goes, actually you're going to get that minty feeling, because I got a little bit on my face and my face started tingling. But it wasn't so bad that I couldn't enjoy it. So I did enjoy this. I did sit under the dryer, and when I got back in the shower, my hair did feel very soft when I was just kind of rinsing it out. Once I got all the deep conditioner out though, I did feel some strengthening to my hair. So it did have an equal balance to me of strength and hydration. I did feel like my hair was very much hydrated with this. Not so much moisture, but just I felt like my strands were hydrated. I like this. I would say give it a try. It melted into my strands. It didn't sit on top of my hair. I am low porosity. I did use heat, but it was melting in my hair in the shower. So when I actually got out to get under the dryer, a lot of it you couldn't even see. I mean, you saw a little bit on the ends from where I twisted it or whatever, but for the most part, you only saw the color of my hair. So let me just tell you the first 5 ingredients of the Baomint deep conditioning treatment is water, shea butter, coconut oil, benzhidronium methosulfate, and cetyl alcohol. So I will say with this, when I rinsed it out, I did feel like there was somewhat of a coating on my hair, but it still felt hydrated. Not coated as in heavy and weighed down, but just like your strands had just some type of protection on them, and your hair is hydrated. I will say the 6th ingredient is glycerin in this, so for those of you who want to know, there you go. After I rinsed that out, I went in with a Baomint leave-in conditioning styler, which looks like this. It is 14 ounces, and the first 5 ingredients in this is water, bihydramonium methosulfate, cetyl alcohol, baobab oil, and sweet almond oil. So that's the first 5 ingredients in this. This is very good as well. I did feel like when I put this on after that the moisture that I didn't get with that, although I got hydration, I got with this. I felt like this had some slip. I was able to get a few little extra tangles out of my hair. I felt like this seeped right into my strands, and it does say to just keep working it in, finger combing until it disappears. It did do that, and my hair felt good. My hair looked like it was a little clumped. So I can see how they can say that this is a styler, especially for those who have a looser curl pattern. This may really work well for you as a styler for a wash and go. I don't think it's strong enough for me to do it alone, but I did see some clumpage with this. I like this. All of these products have similar scents, just a little bit of mint mixed with something else. This is a very, it's a somewhat thick leave-in, but it dissolves well. I'll say it like that. It's not real thin, it's not real runny, it's not gonna like run down your hand or anything like that. It is thick, it has some heft to it, but it dissolves very well into your strands, at least into my strands it did. So I would definitely recommend this leave-in conditioner. I do feel like it is very moisturizing. Right now my hair does feel like it has some moisture to it, and this is the only thing I used under the gel, so that is saying a lot. I used about this much. I don't know if you guys consider that a lot or not, but I probably got 1, 2, 3, probably 3.5, 4 more uses out of this. It's 14 ounces, so you know, think about that what you will, but I like that. Then I went in with the Battlement Moisturizing Curl Defining Gel, and I did this outside the shower. It does say use this on soaking wet hair for best results. It also says do not use it in conjunction with the defining cream from this line, so I did not use the cream under it. I don't even have the cream. I probably will get it to just try it out, but this gel, I showed you the consistency, I believe. It is very much more of a thin, custardy-like consistency versus a gel consistency, in my opinion. But the first 5 ingredients in this is water, then glycerin. So glycerin is the 2nd ingredient in this. So I do want to let you know that. Then you have sweet almond oil, you have baobab oil, and then you have caprylic or capric triglyceride, which is fractionated coconut oil. So those are the first 5 ingredients. So there is glycerin, number 2, number 5 is coconut oil, and then you know, you have your mint oils that are listed here kind of lower down on the list, which is interesting. The other interesting thing is that in this on this bottle, if you can see here listed in blue, is what it does not have. So no sulfates, no parabens, XYZ. It also says no silicones. When you look at the leave-in, the same thing, blue here, no silicones. But the conditioning treatment doesn't say no silicones, although I don't see any in the ingredient list. It does not say it. So I don't know if this is old packaging or what, and it doesn't even have the things that it doesn't have in blue. It has it here, but they're in black. So I thought that was interesting. I mean, it's not gonna affect the product unless it has silicones that I don't know about, but it doesn't say no silicones, but I'm assuming everything in her line doesn't have silicones since The other two doesn't. But hey, look at the ingredients for yourself before you get these products. Now, back to the gel. These are my results. So I did get a fluffier wash and go. I will say that this is the side that I added all the water. I kept using my spray bottle and adding more water. This side is still very defined, has some frizz, and is somewhat bigger. I will say that the curls or the coils are a little bit more separated on this side, not as clumped as this side. And I will say that this side does not have as much hold as this side. So with that said, in my opinion, for my hair, when I use this gel again, I am going to use it like I did on this side. I'm going to add the leave-in on soaking wet hair, and then I'm going to go straight in with the gel. I felt like the gel held to the hair better over here. I felt like it smoothed a little better over here. When I was adding when I was adding water to this side, I felt like the gel was too loose. I don't feel like it was clinging to my hair. I felt like it was taking the moisture that the leave-in had put in off. So I didn't care for the application of the gel on this side. Although they look very similar, I can get away with it. I'm just letting you know that's my experience. It does say use on soaking wet hair. It does say have a spray bottle. So for the best results for you, you may want to try it using it as directed. For me, I did it that way on this side, and I opted to do it differently on this side just to see. I didn't have anywhere to go, so if it didn't turn out, it wasn't going to be a big deal. But I prefer not to add the extra water to this for me. This side has a little bit stronger hold, but both sides are soft. You don't get the crunch that you get with a gel. So the fact that that leave-in alone was able to keep your hair soft and moisturized, and you can feel the moisture on your hands under this gel, is a good thing. The other thing is that I did go and I tried to stretch it a little bit because it was more. So I did try to stretch it just a little bit, and when I stretched it, I didn't get a sticky feeling with this, so that's a good thing. I was able just to stretch it. I will say that I don't feel like it is overly shiny. I feel like my hair looks healthy. It did seem like it was going to have a gray cast on it, but that eventually went away, and you guys know how I feel about that. But it looks healthy. It looks like the color of my hair. It isn't overly shiny, I will say that. I'm not sure how it's picking up on camera. I'll know when I go back to look at this to edit it, but looking in the mirror here, it just looks regular. Do I recommend this? For those of you who like custards or like lighter weight gels, if you like the kinky curlies and the unicurls and Uncle Funky's daughter, it's a very different consistency than those, but it's light like those is what I'm saying. And you get a good result with those. You probably will get a good result with this. If you are someone who likes a hard, crunchy hold that's gonna last you for a week, like a Wetline or Eco, then this may not be something that you would gravitate to unless you put it under those, and I don't know how that'll work. Now, I do feel like that this side of my hair will give me a few days, but I typically wash every 4 days. So I don't have to keep mine for 7 days. I don't opt to keep a wash and go for 7 days unless I just get really busy for some reason, but it's not what I set out to do. So this would be fine for me. But for those of you who like a 7-day wash and go, I don't know how long it will last because it is a soft and it is a fluffy hold. And especially if you add more water, I think this side is gonna go south before this side does. But anyway, those are my thoughts on it. I will use this up again. Will I repurchase it? I don't know because of the application process and the feel of the custard. I'm not one who likes that consistency or feeling where when you put custard in your hands and it does like that, and then when it hits the water it flops and it falls. I'm not one who necessarily cares for that. I prefer a custard that when I scoop it in my hands, it stays there and it applies where I want it to apply. And it's, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that this, when it's wet, it kind of just flops, I don't care for that. But did it give me a good wash and go? It did. Do I want to have to clean up my floor after using it? Not necessarily. That's just me. I mean, it may sound petty to some, but that's just me. For my wash day, I want to get in, get out. I want my stuff to detangle in the shower. I want to get out. I want to apply my product with little to no mess. I don't want to feel sticky on my neck. I don't want stuff flopping all over the floor. I want it to go where I put it, which is in my hair, and dry. So I don't know. I will use this up, but I don't know that I would buy this again. I definitely would probably invest in these again, especially if they work with other products. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to do another wash day using Adwoa. You guys had asked for the wash and go, so here's the wash and go. Now what I'm going to do is do another day using the Adwoa, but I am going to try this leave-in alone as a leave-in only twist out on one side of my hair, because I want to see how good of a styler it is and how well the moisture really lasts. And then on the other side, I am going to probably use the custard and the leave-in as a twist out on the other side to see how it works for a twist out. So some of you who may not necessarily like that consistency for a wash and go or think it's strong enough for your hair, it may definitely work for a twist out. So we're gonna see. So I'm gonna do that for you guys and see how it turns out, see if you can see a big difference, see if I can feel any difference in the moisture level and the definition that I get, and so forth and so on. So if that's something you wanna see, leave it in the comment section below, because I will be willing to do that for you. I also will be willing to pick up the defining cream to see how that works for a twist out, or just for moisture under another gel or whatever. So that is it. I hope this video has answered your questions about the Adwoa Beauty. I hope you can see by my hair whether or not you think it'll work for your hair. Of course, everybody's hair is different, so it's just a gauge. But hopefully you can see my hair well enough to know if you like it or not. I will say that I didn't get any flakes. Up here, I thought I was gonna get a few, but this is that rough area, and this is the area where I actually did not add extra water to, and it still came out okay. So I am glad that I didn't get any flakes. So I'm not mad at this wash and go. I like it. I think it looks really cute and fluffy for a first day wash and go, especially if you want some volume on the first day when you're going somewhere. And it didn't take very long to dry, so that is a pro. For some reason, my hair did not take as long under the dryer as it normally does with other custards and other gels. So that is a plus too. I don't know if it's just because I used the leave-in and a custard only and didn't have like a cream in between, or not, but I've done that before too, so I don't know. So it does dry a little bit quicker too. If there's anything that you want to know that I didn't answer, leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and make sure you're following me over on Instagram. And until next time, thanks for watching, guys.